Still has plenty of arm and is capable of his ability to think the game.
A good safe pass there right off the.
That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early. About something they feel good, and once that's complete, there because the confidence elevates.
From the 31, Hurts eluding the pressure right.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. Second down at 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, the MVP of the league back in 2016. It's Matt Ryan.
And I think if there's one quarterback in the league who sometimes gets taken for granted, to me it's Matt Ryan, because I think throughout his career, he's been consistently excellent. Frequent member of the 4,000-yard club, savvy veteran, knows how to throw the deep ball and create big plays. And yes, he will beat you from the pocket.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Ryan finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw is Ryan. Right side complete. That's Woods. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
2nd and 5. On the counter, it's backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Ryan. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where a play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play to just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now it's Ryan. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Darius Slay to pick. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see at Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. That swung out wide to Sanders. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Back to throw again. Over the middle here to Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught once again by Brown. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handed him the key. You think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key is going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave him exactly what they needed.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Ryan. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled. and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Again, he'll drop to throw. Left side here to Sanders. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And once again, this is Sanders. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll drop to throw. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Going for it with Sanders. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, Ryan. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. Ryan will throw again. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin in Texas, an AFC matchup between Miami and Houston, and they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. The former Buckeye Justin Fields with a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard, just a lone field goal in that first half. For the call of the second half, maybe we can get a touchdown, fellas. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Here's Isaiah Rodgers. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. On second down, it's Taylor.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down now, it's Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Able to evade the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside the 5. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 35 on 2nd, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return, it's Rodgers. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any.
Because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. They run once more with Taylor. Gets around him. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one, a gain of 7 to the 47. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Ryan. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Just about set to go to work on offense. And they caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the 4th quarter driver's seat, still up 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Eagles on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. And Incomplete on the deep ball.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Myers' kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Kaiser Lee. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. On 1st down, Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will make our score 9-0. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So Matt Ryan of the offense, down by 9. A little under 2.5 to go. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. They're Slay with a pick.
Now the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
An option handoff given to Sanders.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another run here with Sanders. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here.
2nd and 11. He's going to keep this again.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say? It's always fun to work on things